Hello students, and welcome to this exercise for Word Chapter 3 practice exercise number 1. So this is in your textbook. It's on page 320 of your textbook. So page 320. So if you're turning there, you can start doing that right now. Page 320 of your textbook. So we're going to be doing this practice exercise together to help you out here. Page 320. All right, this is talking about academics. There are 3 files you need to download from Plus Portal. So I already did that. Make sure you did that as well. And it says here on the page, as an executive assistant working in the admissions office at Carnes State University, you are involved with a research project that is exploring the relationship between student GPA, grade point average, and involvement in academic clubs and scholarly activities. Academic and extracurricular data from a random sample of students in the College of Business has been summarized in a word table that will be included in a brief memo to others on campus. You edit and format the report, preparing it for final submission, and refer to figure 3.33 as you complete this exercise. So, step A. First thing they want us to do is to change the name. So file, save as. It says here to open up this file. So I already did that. Word Chapter 3, Practice Exercise 1, Academics. And I'm going to change it. First though, make sure you have it saved in the right folder. So I'm going to click on Browse. And I have mine in Documents. You're going to save yours to wherever it's supposed to go. And then I'm adding underscore last name, first name. Ensure that non-printing characters are displayed. So I'm going to my paragraph group, clicking Show Hide, and of course your name should look like that. Alright, step B, click before the blank paragraph mark at the top of page 2. So top of page 2, I'm clicking before the blank paragraph mark, so right there. Using Century Schoolbook font at 20-point size, type Carnes State University Presenter. So it says I need a specific font, and that one was Century Schoolbook, so that's good. And then I need to change it to 20-point font. So Century Schoolbook, 20-point font, and I'm going to type in Carnes State University, and then press enter. Change the font size to 16. So I'm actually click on the down arrow twice, change it to 16, and then under it I'm going to be typing in, it looks like here, I'll move my mouse so you can see a comparison of student GPA and involvement in college associations, and then push enter. Check the document for spelling and grammatical errors. Excuse me. All names in the tables are correct. So I'm going to click on my results over here. So these are all fine. So I'm just going to be ignoring all the name ones. So you can see I'm doing that. Obviously here it's a group, not a guru. And it looks like all my check is complete. Okay, so I'm back here at this page. C, point to the outside left edge of the first row in the table and click to select the entire row. So outside left edge of first row of the table. So right here I click, it selects the whole first row. And then I click the Table Tools Layout tab. So up here, Table Tools Layout, and I'm choosing I'm clicking Align Center and Alignment Group. So my alignment group's over here, and center is right here, smack dab in the center. Then it says step D, click after the last entry in the last row. So last row down here, last entry 115. Then it says press tab. You'll notice it goes and adds a new row. Type the following data, tabbing between all entries except the last. Do not press tab after the last item. So you probably want to look at your textbook while you're doing this. Otherwise, you can watch my screen. or excuse me, let it play and then pause it when I'm done. You'll notice there's some empty spaces, so be careful of that and pay attention to that. Alright, I got one row done. It's 5, 5, 5, 5, 8. I'm trying to check this as I go. You can always check this after you've typed it all in. Okay, so I've typed in this info. Notice I didn't push tab again here at the end. I left it alone, so we didn't go to another page. That is part of what the textbook said to do. Then it says step E, right-click any name identified as misspelled and click ignore all. So you can see, where is it? There we go, spelling right here. We're choosing to ignore all. And also, I misspelled accounting, so I forgot to push G. You'll notice when you right click, it appears to the right side if it's a spelling thing. All right, click sort in the data group. So click sort in the data group. So I'm going up here to data, clicking sort, and then it says here, in the sort dialog box, click the sort by arrow. So over here, sort by dialog box, sort arrow, and select major. Then the sort should occur in ascending order. So I'm going over here, double checking, make sure it says ascending, which it does. And then click the then by arrow. So down here, then by, clicking the arrow, and sort by name. So first it's doing by major, then it's doing by name. In case they have the same major, it should be ascending order, which it is. And it says click OK. And it's reorganize it by the majors and then by the names. Step F, indicate that Michael Simpson and Andrew Sams are both active in Delta Mu Delta. So I need to say they're active by typing yes for each of the students. So I need Michael Simpson, which is down here. So I need this one right here to say yes. Make sure I got it right. Yep, so Michael Simpson's over here. And then it says Andrew Sams. So Andrew Sams, who is right up here. He's about halfway, it looks like. I'm going to use the right arrow keys. Okay, so right here. And I'm choosing yes for Delta Mu Delta. Alright, step G, click anywhere in the first row. So up here where my categories are, my first row. Click insert above in the rows and columns group. So rows and columns group, insert above. I just click that. Click merge cells in the merge group. So right next to it's merge cells in the merge group. Change the font size to 16 point font. So I'm going to go to the home tab, crank it up here to 16 point font. And then it says here to type comparison of GPA and student involvement. Then step H, click the Table Tools Design tab. Table Tools Design tab. Click the shading arrow, which over here is my tables group or table styles group. Over here is my shading arrow, so I click on that. And then click gold accent 4 right here. Gold accent 4. So it'll look like that. Select all text in the third row through the end of the table. So row 1, 2, 3. So third row. So I'm going to go here to the left side, click and drag down, and you can see third row through to the bottom is selected. Oh, you know what? I went and forgot. It went down to this one as well. So I need to go down to this other page here. Make sure it's selected. Notice I'm not selecting the paragraph marker. I have to get just this table. Oh, except it looks like something got messed up. Let me try this again here. Okay, now it was properly selected. Okay, bold, it says here, bold the selection. Okay, there we go. I click bold the selection, click any cell to deselect the area. Step I, click the table move handle. So up here, table move handle right here to select the entire table. Then it says click the table tools design tab. So up here, table tools and design is what I'm clicking on. Click the pen color arrow in the borders group. So here's my borders group, pen color arrow, and I am selecting gold accent 4 like I did before. So in case you didn't see it, gold accent 4 right here. Click the line weight arrow. So over here's my line weight. I'm clicking the arrow and I'm selecting 1.5. Then ensure that a single line border is shown, which is right there, single line border. And then click the borders arrow, and select all borders. So borders arrow, select all borders. And you can see it's made my table look like that. All right, we finished the first page of practice exercise. We got our second page to go here. Step J, click after 98 at the end of the last row. So I'm going to click here after 98, the end of the last row. Press tab. Now I've gone to another one. It says type average. Notice it's in all caps, so let's do all caps. Press tab 6 times to reach CSU cumulative GPA column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here I've reached that column. Then it says click the table tools layout tab. So right here, layout tab, and then click formula in the data group. So formula in the data group. Then it says click between sum and above. So right here, between sum and above, you'll notice it's before the parentheses. In the formula dialog box, press backspace repeatedly to remove the word sum and type average. Let me try that again here. Okay, average. There we go. And click OK. Alright, step K, click the View tab. Click multiple pages in the Zoom group. So multiple pages in the Zoom group. I've got the Zoom tab here. Note that the table split between 2 pages, which we kind of saw already earlier. That's okay. Alright, it says to switch to 100%. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here for you for the sake of the video. Alright, now what we're going to do, it says select the first 2 rows on the table page number 2. So first 2 rows we're going to select. So I move outside to the left here, select those 2 rows by clicking and dragging. Then it says click the table tools layout tab. So I click on layout tab, and then I'm choosing click repeat header rows. Repeat header rows. I've clicked that and notice they do repeat now on our brand new page. View the document in multiple pages once more to see the change. Change the view back to 100%. So basically just scroll down. Will work fine. Alright, step L. Click anywhere on the table. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click up here on the page 3 or page 2 part, excuse me. Point to the outside left edge of the table between Frederick Davidson and David Stump. Okay, so right here it says point to the outside left edge of the table between Frederick Davidson and David Stump. So right here, so basically is where we're pointing. Then it says click the insert indicator. So you notice how when I move out here in between the 2, this plus sign comes up. That's the insert indicator. Click it. Adds a new row. Click inside the first cell of the new row and type the following record, tabbing between cells. So a lot of times when you are typing something, you're going to be coming back and adding things as you go. So this is giving you good practice for that. I'm going to move my mouse so you can see, so I can see as well. Computer science, that's a nice degree. And look at that GPA as well. Okay, so we've typed that in under that specific row, or in between those two. Step M, move to page 3. Go down here. I'm going to save, by the way, in the middle of this. It's good to save throughout. Right-click the average in the second to last column in the last row. So right here, right-click the average in the second to last column in the last row. Click Update Field. So I put a formula in here, so it's going to let me update the field. You can see it's pull the GPA up a little bit. Click the References tab, and it says here to insert a caption, not insert citation, but insert a caption in the captions group. And it says we need to type in here colon and then a space, and then we're typing GPA and student involvement. Ensure the caption will display below the table. Always check which where it's supposed to be before you click OK. So below the table, and then click OK. It says here, after we've done that, step N, press enter twice. Click the Insert tab. Click the object arrow in the text group. So text group over here, object arrow, and then I'm going to be selecting text from file. Now navigate to the student data files and double click W03 sponsor. So I'm going to be looking for sponsors here. It looks like what you may need to, oh hang on, actually I'm in documents, I need to get to downloads. It's W3P1 sponsors right here. Alright, it's inserted the new text. Select the newly inserted text from sponsors through K117 or 177. So just basically these 4 rows of text right here. Do not select the blank paragraph on the next line, so we don't want this selected right here. Click Table in the Tables group. So under the Insert tab on my computer is Table. I click on that, and then I click Convert Text to Table. If you have it selected correctly, it's going to show up the proper way. It should be 4 columns by 4 rows. You can see that is correct. Click OK. And now I have my 4 columns and 4 rows. Step P, right-click anywhere in the selected table, and it says click Table Properties. So down here, second to the bottom for me, click Table Properties. Then it says click the Column tab. So right up here, Tabs, Columns. Ensure that the preferred width text box is selected. So you can see it's selected. Then what I'm going to do is change the width to 2. Oh, excuse me. You got to make sure there's actually a check. So it looks like it's checked with that, but it needs to be a check mark. Change the width to 2. Sometimes it displays differently there. And make sure that is in inches, so the little quotation mark, that's inches. And click OK. So you can see it shortened it a little bit. Do not deselect the table. Click More in the Table Styles group. So here's the Table Styles. I go over to the right and click the More arrow. Then it says Select Grid Table Accent 4. Now, it tells you in the book, column 5, row 4, under grid tables. It's usually a little bit different than that. So I'm gonna, it's one of the orange ones. So grid table 4, accent 4. This is accent 2. This is, let's see. So grid table 4, accent 4. Okay, so right here, grid table 4, accent 4. I'm gonna click on it, and then I'll show you again looking at it here with the More arrow. So you can see which one I selected. It's right here. Okay, so we changed it. Right click anywhere in the selected table. Notice I'm keeping it selected all throughout. I haven't clicked away from it. Right click, Click Table Properties. So down here, second to the bottom, click the Column tab. Oh, excuse me, not the Column tab. Click Table Properties and click the Table tab. Table tab. So I was looking at the wrong part of the step. Click Center for alignment. So alignment, we're changing to center. Then click OK. So it's aligned with the center of our page. Insert a caption below the table that reads. So let's put that caption in. So References tab, insert caption. It says below the selected item. So we have that already set to go. That's good. And it needs to read table 2 colon space and then faculty sponsors. Faculty sponsors. I'm clicking OK after that. I add the caption. Then it says click the Home tab and choose to increase the indent in the paragraph group to indent the caption. So increase, this is decrease, this is increase. So increase it so it lines it up. Alright, step R is save the document. Hopefully you've been saving throughout. I click save the document right now. Press Control and Home to go up to the top of the document. Click the Mailings tab, and it says here to start the mail merge in the mail merge setup. So start mail merge right here. And it says click step by step mail merge wizard. Ensure the letters is selected as the document type. So letters is selected as my type of document I'm working on. Click next starting document, so step 2 here. And then it says ensure that use the current document is selected. So use the current document is selected, and then click next, select recipients. Ensure that use an existing is selected, so it is selected here, and click browse. So browse is we're going to look around for that list, and you're going to navigate to the list that you downloaded. So it's probably in your downloads folder, unless you saved it somewhere else, and you can see it's an Excel spreadsheet. So that's why it's green. It's got an X there, Excel spreadsheet. So click on that, open it up, and then it shows here this dialog box. We're going to click OK, and then it says click OK, and then choose click next, write your letter. So down here we're going to the next step. Alright, it says click before the paragraph mark following to. So I click before the paragraph mark following the word to. Click more items over here in the mail merge, more items. And it says with the title selected, so right here it's selected, click insert. And then it says click close, press spacebar, click more items, and then it says here to select first name, click insert, click close. So you can see it looks like this right now. Then it says press spacebar, and it says click more items, and we're choosing last name, and then we're clicking insert and closing the dialog box, and you can see it looks just like this: title, first name, last name, right after to. Click before the paragraph mark following date. So before the paragraph mark following date, and type today's date. So this is October 8th, 2018 while I'm typing this in. It may be different for you. Step V, click next, preview your letters. So we're moving to the 5th step here of the mail merge. Click next, complete the merge. The 6th step. Then it says click edit individual letters. It's going to make that new document when I click it. So click edit individual letters. Ensure that all is selected, and click OK. So if I wanted it to be only specific ones, I could change it. And you can see here I have my brand new document where I can preview and look at my letters. Now scroll through the merge document to see that the 3 recipients will receive the memo and tables. So you can see here all the information looks correct. I go down here and they get the memo and those papers. It looks good. Here's the next one. looking through just quickly here. Looks good, and it's going to be the case for the same other ones. The document should include 9 pages, and you can see that it does in the bottom left. So 3 letters, 9 pages. Step W, we're on our last step here. Save the document. So we're going to choose File, Save As, Browse. I'm going to select where I want it to go. For me, it's Documents. For you, it's going to be somewhere else, probably your flash drive. And we're changing it here to W3P1 Academics merge underscore your last name and first name. So academics merge underscore your last name and your first name. I'll show it one more time. And then you're going to click Save. And so you're going to be submitting to me 2 specific things. I need this file that you just saved here, and then also W03P1 Academics. So you're submitting to me 2 files that you use for this exercise. Good job following along. I hope you did with your textbook as well. And that is how you complete Word Chapter 3 Practice Exercise number 1.